talk about a game that defined Star Wars for an entire generation. Knights of the Old Republic, or fondly known as KOTOR. It wasn't just a hit, it was a landmark RPG. So when the remake was announced in 2021, all Star Wars fans, including myself, felt like it was a dream come true. But we fast forward to now present day, and the situation is more of a nightmare than a dream. So what really happened behind the scenes? Who's working on it now? And most importantly, is the KOTOR remake still alive? Welcome to the channel, everybody. Jimmy, your Chaos. Today we're going to cover everything. The confirmed updates, the developer shift, and whether or not we will ever see the KOTOR remake. And I have some thoughts about it, and I really think that it's still happening. And I'm going to share with you guys the information that I have, and maybe you'll agree with me. And Saber Interactive, it's all wound around them. We're going to go over the full story, what the future might hold for one of the most beloved Star Wars games ever made. Make sure you guys drop a like, make sure you subscribe, turn on those notifications so you never miss an upload. And before we talk about the remake, we need to talk legacy. Released in 2003 by BioWare, Knights of the Old Republic was a groundbreaking RPG. It gave the players full control of moral decisions. It let them become a Jedi or a Sith. And it also delivered on one of the best plot twists in gaming history. I won't spoil it for you. If you for some reason have never played it, you should definitely go give it a try. It was set thousands of years before the Skywalker saga. KOTOR built an entire mythos. I mean, one that fans still obsess over to this day. It was more than just a Star Wars game. It was the Star Wars RPG. Revan, Bastilia, Malak, all those characters defined an era of storytelling that Lucasfilm rarely touches now. So, when Aspyr announced a full remake at PlayStation Showcase in 2021, expectations shot through the roof. We are giving away a PlayStation 5 at 10,000 subscribers here on the channel. All the details are in the pinned comment below. Multiple ways to enter, and they're all free. Good luck. So, the initial plan seemed solid. Aspyr, known for porting classic games, had the blessing of Lucasfilm and Sony. The remake was being rebuilt from the ground up for modern consoles. Then, nothing. Crickets. Absolute dead silence. Reports from Bloomberg and Jason Schreier revealed the internal chaos that was ensuing. Aspyr presented a demo to Sony and Lucasfilm, and it allegedly did not go over well. Within days, 2 directors were fired. Production was paused indefinitely. In other words, the project KOTOR the remake was canned. The issue wasn't just the gameplay, it was the scope. Aspyr reportedly underestimated how difficult it would be to modernize a 20-year-old RPG with cinematic ambition. This wasn't just a reskin. They needed a full-blown reimagining, and to be honest, they just weren't up to the task. They weren't ready for it. Then around late 2022, Embracer Group, which owns both Aspyr and Saber, they shifted the entire project. The KOTOR remake was no longer in Aspyr's hands. Embracer, they confirmed in an investor report that another internal studio had taken over. Behind the scenes, it was clear Saber was now in control. Now, unlike Aspyr, Saber had experience with more technically ambitious titles. They built large-scale projects across multiple platforms. And since the shift, Saber has been hiring RPG designers, animators, cinematic writers for what they call an unannounced AAA game. So to me, the dots were easy to connect. Even though Saber hasn't officially confirmed anything publicly, industry insiders from Reddit and Reset Era believe the remake is being rebuilt slowly but surely as we speak. So, what does the remake look like now? Well, a credible leaker named Midnight Saber 7 on Reddit, who has accurately shared Saber job listings in the past, claimed that the remake is shifting to a real-time combat system similar to Final Fantasy's remake. Think active battles with an optional pause menu for abilities and team control. There's also a lot of talk of fully voiced player characters, expanded story beats for Revan and Bastilia, flashbacks or hallucinations showing Revan's past as a Sith, and even optional romance subplots with cinematic dialogue choices. Now, none of this is confirmed, but the direction sounds more like a mix of KOTOR's deep lore and modern cinematic RPGs like Mass Effect or Jedi Survivor, and I don't really know what I think about that. You guys can let me know in the comments if you think that's ambitious or if that's going the wrong direction. Then you have YouTubers like Mr. Matty Plays and Jedi Survivor Archives who have covered similar claims. And while no one has gameplay to show, the consistency in these rumors is kind of telling. When you have multiple outlets covering it and they all kind of sync up with the same thing, well, at least bodes a paying attention of, right? Now, a major piece of the puzzle is Sony. They helped announce the game, even had marketing rights to it, but after the Aspire demo collapsed, Sony went quiet. There were no KOTOR updates at the State of Play events in 2023 or 2024. Industry reporters like Nick Baker say Sony is waiting to see what Saber delivers before they re-engage. Now, they may still hold time exclusivity over it, but without a stable build to show, Sony, they seem to be hands-off, at least at the moment. So it's possible that if Saber delivers a working playable version in 2025 or later, that Sony might jump back in with full support and be ready to go. But here's the wild card that nobody can ignore: the Embracer Group. Over the last year, Embracer has gone through a brutal restructuring. They shut down studios, canceled over 30 games, and they're trying to reduce costs company-wide. That puts every in-progress game under scrutiny, including KOTOR. So why hasn't KOTOR been canceled? Well, one theory is that Lucasfilm still wants this remake to happen. KOTOR is too important to the brand, and with Jedi Media gaining traction again, a high-quality RPG tied to Revan could be extremely valuable for Disney's licensing arm. That alone may be what's keeping this project alive. And then we had Tim Willits over on Twitter tweet this out. Saber Interactive is one of the largest independent developers in the world. We are working on numerous games across many different genres. Everything that we've talked about is still in development. We will share information on upcoming games when we have something cool to share. Now, YouTubers are making videos about this saying it's a cryptic tweet and it's a little confusing, but if you just go with the blanket statement of every game we've ever talked about is still in development, then maybe that bodes well for KOTOR. Maybe it's just silently running and being built and being done, and they're going to just drop surprise something on us this year. Let me know what you guys think. I think if you're a Star Wars fan like I am, you're just hoping that this actually makes it to our hands. But then again, I don't know about the ambitious changes in it either. I kind of want to just top-down full remake of the original because it was super special, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, here's what we know. Saber Interactive is officially developing the KOTOR remake, we think. The project is likely being retooled from the ground up. Leaks suggest a shift to real-time combat voice acting and even expanding storylines. Sony's interest, it's on pause, but not gone, and no release window yet. I would say you can probably expect no earlier than 2026. That's according to insiders, so we'll see. But the most important takeaway is the remake looks like it's probably still alive. It's not abandoned. It's just in the shadows, biding its time, which, let's be honest, it's fitting for a game about Revan. So time will tell. But with Saber Interactive at the helm, fans, they're still watching every move. There's a real chance that this game could rise from the ashes and deliver something truly epic. So I ask you guys, what feature do you want in the remake? Would you rather have turn-based combat back, or are you ready for a full real-time reboot? Drop a comment, let me know, and make sure, like I said, you hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed, turn on those notifications, and I hope the force is with this one. I truly, truly do. I want this one to become a reality. Make sure you guys get in on that PS5 giveaway pinned below, and I'll see you soon.